Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Gaura Dhawanlal with the news at 9. The headlines. Telangana Government decides to set up fast-track court to look into veterinary doctors' gang rape and murder case. Congress MLA Nana Patole elected unopposed as Speaker of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly. Devendra Fadnavis named Leader of Opposition. Campaigning intensifies for second phase of Jharkhand Assembly elections to be held on Saturday. India becomes first country to make entire process for Hajj pilgrims digital. And India and Pakistan to clash in the men's volleyball final of 13th South Asian Games at Kathmandu. The Telangana state government has decided to set up a fast-track court to deal with the veterinary doctor's gang rape and murder case. Responding on the ghastly incident for the first time, Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao has directed officials to take measures to set up a fast-track court. Recalling another similar incident of a minor girl's rape and murder which occurred in Warangal, he said the fast-track court had pronounced judgment in 56 days. He instructed officials that the accused should be inquired on fast track and culprits should be given stringent punishment. Expressing anguish and terming the incident as inhuman, he announced that the government will extend all necessary support to the victim's family. Earlier, 3 policemen had been suspended for the alleged delay in registering an FIR in the case. In another development, the District Bar Association today decided not to represent the 4 accused in the rape and murder of the woman, veterinary doctor. More from our correspondent.
Raised all around the country as ghastly details of the gang rape and murder case emerged. State Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan, a number of ministers and politicians visited the victim's family to console while the protesters continue whistle outside the residence. A large group of people and activists held protests outside a police station near Hyderabad where the accused were lodged earlier. They demanded severe punishment for the accused. The police were forced to shift the accused to Cherlapalli jail under heavy security after they were remanded. Lakshmi, AR News, Hyderabad.
Congress leader Nana Patole has been elected as Speaker of the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly after the BJP candidate Kisan Kathore withdrew his nomination this afternoon. Pro tem Speaker Dilip Walse Patil made the announcement. Maharashtra BJP Legislature Party leader Devendra Fadnavis was named Leader of Opposition in the State Assembly. Congratulating Fadnavis, Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray said that he won't call him an opposition leader, but will call him a responsible leader. Thackeray also added that he is still with the ideology of Hindutva and won't ever leave it. In Jharkhand, campaigning has intensified for assembly elections in the second and third phase. 20 constituencies will go to polls in the second phase on the 7th of this month. Polling for 17 constituencies spread over 8 districts will be held in the third phase on the 12th of this month. Star campaigners and stalwarts of several parties addressed rallies in support of their candidates. More from our correspondent.
Working President of BJP, JP Nadda said that Raghuvar Das-led government has given corruption-free and clean administration, setting the state on path of development. Senior Jharkhand Mukti Morcha leader Hemant Soren accused BJP of pursuing on communal agenda for political gain. All Jharkhand Students Union AJSU party chief Sudesh Mahato criticized dynastic parties which have not worked for welfare of tribal people of the state. Jharkhand Vikas Morcha President Babulal Marandi, State in charge of Congress RPN Singh, CPM leader Sitaram Yechuri and leaders of RJD and LJP also held public meetings to woo voters. Dharmendra Kumar Rai, AIR News, Ranchi.
GST revenue collection witnessed an impressive recovery with a positive growth of 6% in November as compared to the collections of the same month last year. The gross GST revenue collected in November is 1,03,492 crore rupees after 2 months of negative growth. Of this, CGST is 19,592 crore rupees, SGST 27,144 crore, IGST 49,028 crore and cess 7,727 crore rupees. The government has settled 25,150 crore rupees to CGST and 17,431 crore rupees to SGST from IGST as a regular settlement. The total number of returns filed in November has also gone up. Public sector trading firm MMTC has ordered the import of 11,000 metric tons of onion from Turkey. The consignment will begin arriving from late this month or early January. The Department of Consumer Affairs had asked MMTC to place an order to check the price rise of onions. The 11,000 metric tons is in addition to 6,090 tons arriving from Egypt in the middle of this month. Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution Minister Ramvilas Paswan says the government is making all efforts to ensure that onion prices are moderated across the nation. Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare Ashwani Kumar Chaubey has said that a total of 19,668 hospitals in the country have been empanelled under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana on the 25th of November this year. They include over 9,000 hospitals in the private sector. This information was given in a written reply in the Lok Sabha on Friday by the minister. Gujarat topped the list with 2,856 impanelled hospitals, followed by Karnataka with 2,849 and Uttar Pradesh with 2,312 hospitals. In reply to another question on the provision of emergency medicines, the minister said the Board of Governors of the Medical Council of India have decided that the Department of Emergency Medicine shall be a mandatory requirement with effect from the 2022-2023 academic year in all medical colleges. Minister of State for Home Affairs Nityananda Rai today said that the government is committed to equipping the forces with the latest equipment and technology. He was addressing the 55th Raising Day event of the force at a BSF camp in New Delhi today. Rai said the citizens of India feel safe because of the BSF Jawans' promptness on the world's most sensitive international borders. Speaking at the function, BSF Director General V.K. Johari said the BSF is working on technical solutions to combat the threat of drones along the India-Pakistan international border. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted Border Security Force personnel and their families on BSF's Raising Day. In a tweet, the Prime Minister said the force has been diligently protecting the country's borders. Home Minister Amit Shah also greeted BSF personnel on their Raising Day today. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at @AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. India has become the first country to make the entire process for pilgrims going on Hajj completely digital. Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi today said this after signing the bilateral agreement for next year's pilgrimage with the Saudi Hajj Minister in Jeddah. Mr. Naqvi said an online application, e-visa, Hajj mobile app, e-Masiya health facility, e-luggage pre-tagging, providing all information in India itself regarding accommodation and transportation in Makkah and Medina will be provided to 2 lakh Indian Muslims going for Hajj in 2020. The minister said for the first time facilities were provided for digital pre-tagging of pilgrims' baggage. This year, a 100-line information center has been established at Hajj House, Mumbai for providing information regarding the entire Hajj process. The much-awaited Hornbill Festival began with a colourful blend of culture and tradition with a modern twist at the Naga Heritage Kisama in Nagaland this evening. This is the 20th edition of the Hornbill Festival. The festival, organized by the Nagaland government, is an annual tourism promotional event to showcase the state's traditional and rich cultural heritage in all its ethnicity, diversity and grandeur. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Addressing the opening ceremony, Governor R.N. Ravi expressed happiness to witness the Naga people coming together and uniting through their cultures and urged the people to uphold the enormous richness of the culture and tradition, which has also been passed down to them by their ancestors. Highlights of the ceremony includes colorful display of Naga culture, themed as colors of Nagaland. A display of Sukhoi aircraft flying over Kisama site was also organized in close coordination between Nagaland State and headquarters of Eastern Air Command, Indian Air Force, Shillong. Various inaugurations of stalls put up at Kisama also marked the opening day. For AIR News, this is Asonyo from Kohima.
Foreign investors remained net buyers in the Indian capital market for the third straight month in November this year, putting in 22,872 crore rupees on a net basis. Analysts said expectations of a trade deal between the US and China and more relief measures, as well as the disinvestment drive by the government, among other factors, helped keep FPIs stuck on the capital markets. FPIs had invested around 16,038 crore rupees in October and around 6,558 crore rupees in September this year. Soma Roy Burman took charge as the new Controller General of Accounts, CGA. She is the 24th CGA and the 7th woman to hold this coveted position. She took over from JPS Chawla. Burman, a 1986 batch Indian Civil Accounts Service officer, has held cadre positions at different levels in central government ministries during a 33-year-long career. The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its weekly bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak Tomorrow, will bring you a discussion on initiatives taken to empower differently abled persons. This can be heard on our FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Listeners can ask questions to the experts sitting in our studio on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts by #AskAIR. You can also follow us on the News on Air app for updates. This program is also available on Doordarshan DTH. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres says global efforts to stop climate change have been utterly inadequate so far and warns that the point of no return is no longer over the horizon. Guterres told reporters in Madrid today that the world has the scientific knowledge and the technical means to keep global warming at 1.5 degrees Celsius enshrined in the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. But what is lacking is political will. Speaking before the start of a 2-week international climate conference in the Spanish capital tomorrow, Mr. Guterres said that our war against nature must stop, and we know that this is possible. Police fired tear gas and pepper spray in Hong Kong today as tens of thousands of black-clad protesters flooded the streets a week after pro-democracy candidates scored a landslide local election victory. The rally heralded an end to a rare lull and a return to large-scale demonstrations that Hong Kongers have staged for nearly 6 months, fueled by growing fears that China is stamping out the city's liberties. It also marked a resumption of the increasingly violent confrontations between protesters and police, with officers firing pepper spray and volleys of tear gas at crowds that included children. Indian men's volleyball team will clash with Pakistan in the final of the 13th South Asian Games. In a thrilling first semi-final, India defeated Sri Lanka by 3-1 in Kathmandu today. In the second semi-final, Pakistan beat Bangladesh in straight sets 25-15, 25-21 and 26-24. The Indian women's team has already reached the finals, defeating Maldives yesterday. The Indian girls will clash with host Nepal in the final on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the formal opening ceremony of the biggest sporting event of South Asia was held this evening. President of Nepal, Bidya Devi Bhandari, declared the games open at Dashrath Rangashala in Kathmandu. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Telangana Government decides to set up fast-track court to look into veterinary doctors' gang rape and murder case. Congress MLA Nana Patole elected unopposed as Speaker of Maharashtra Legislative Assembly. Devendra Fadnavis named Leader of Opposition. Campaigning intensifies for second phase of Jharkhand Assembly elections to be held on Saturday. India becomes first country to make entire process for Hajj pilgrims digital. And India and Pakistan to clash in the men's volleyball final of 13th South Asian Games at Kathmandu. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.